Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday, which means it is the YSN Power Hour Super Show. And it's all brought to you by our friends over at Toyota of Warren. DJ Yoakley here. Christopher Charles Colucci right next to me. Followed by Eric Hot Take Hughes and the man that does the stuffing in the lockers. It is Samuel Torres. Gentlemen, how are we today?
Oh man, it's Friday. It's almost playoff time already. I'm pumped right now.
Week 9.
That's
Week
crazy.
9. How did we get here?
Canfield Fair was like 2 months ago.
That's what you took from week 9?
Yeah. I judged this season off the Canfield Fair of how long the Canfield Fair was. It was week 2.
He's thinking about that fair food.
You are a whale's. You are a whale's penis. That's what you are. You are a dork. You are a dork. All right, Hughes. First off, let's start off the Mets. I mean, I got the Dodgers. I've had the Dodgers since week 1 of the MLB season. $5 to win $555. Thank you very much. Are they gonna do that something, or is they just gonna poke them with a stick?
Comeback is on. Starts in a couple hours.
I think Ohtani has something to say about that.
Just going to wait for the Dodgers to choke like they always do. That's what we're relying on right now.
Always. Always is a funny word, isn't it? It's just a funny word. It is, again, Friday. We are excited to be with you. Thank you so much. I'm buying time, if you can't tell, trying to get Gary Altizer on so maybe he gets some early picks this week. We have some great games. We do not have the Austintown Fitch Boardman game, sorry to say. Unfortunate to us. We are sad in that capacity. But listen, when one door closes, folks, another one opens. That means we got one more game somewhere else that we wouldn't have had. So we're excited to have it. Best of luck to both teams tonight in Austintown Fitch and Boardman. Rooting for you, obviously. But, we'll just leave it at that. How about we just leave it there, DJ? Don't be a butthole and try to stir up the pot. We'll just leave it right there. Best of luck to you on televised content television. That's that probably doesn't even make sense, but we're going to go with it. Guys, before we get started, is there one particular game that you've had your eye on, whether it's broadcasting or whether it's just you're going to keep your eye on the Audible call tonight? Oh, geez, man, don't break your neck, Fur. What do you got?
Crestview and Garrettsville Garfield. I think this game's going to be lights out, stellar. It's got Crestview's favorite in this one, I think, by 9. Oh, my God, I can't even read my own handwriting.
That's good.
Somewhere on here, yeah. Crestview's favorite. I can't wait for that game. I'll be watching that one all night while I'm calling my game. I can't wait to watch that one.
Sam, you said you saw one you liked?
Yeah, I think I'm assuming he's going to be on the call. I think Fur might have the game of the night. I think that Ridge, if you watch social media, they are fired up. They feel like they should have won that game last week.
Balestrini is going to chime in. That's guaranteed.
There's some arguments going on out there. I think they are really, really upset. I think Western Reserve is a really good team, and they are not trying to lose to a really good team 2 weeks in a row. That, I believe, folks, is a game of the night.
It's not a bad pick there. Western Reserve all day, baby. Hughes, who do you have your eye on?
Well, first, there's the obvious ones for me. There's the Lovo Waterloo game tonight. Ben Struthers. Ben Struthers is playing Niles. But,
wow,
there's one
two barn burners there, huh?
But there's one other one I saw on the sheet that I know no one's covering, but it's Hubbard and Girard. I saw no one's covering it, but should be a really good game. Both teams, they've had their ups and downs this year, but I think they're both better than their records would indicate. So I'm excited to see who wins that one, the Northeast State.
Yeah, that's kind of a sore spot for me. I wish we could have one more crew. Now, here's what I will tell you on behalf of the company, as the guy kind of at the tip of the spear. It is challenging this time of year because what you typically find is, number one, illness. People get sick this time of year because of the hot, the cold, whatever it is.
Right.
They also lose interest with teams because either their team's not as good as they thought they were going to be, or there's better things to do, or there's more of a time commitment this time of year. gets colder. You don't necessarily want to be outside. I get it. But here's what I'll tell you. Frustrating points like this. Great game. Hubbard and Girard, what a great game we're going to miss on the network tonight. It's such a bummer. Such a bummer. And obviously it comes back on me. And I do apologize to those two communities and for everybody that was looking forward to that game. It is incredibly frustrating. But we did try our best to get as many out there. Chris Sigler has done a fantastic job of literally pulling teeth to get people to some of these games. Ty, we know you were going to be at Fitch and Boardman. That didn't pan out, but man, did you wind up in the catbird seat? You've got Garfield and you've got Crestview. That's a big game. Are there any other games that you got your eye on tonight?
I mean, that's pretty much it, too. I mean, it was those two games, right? Fitch and Boardman, always an old school rivalry, but this was the other game. Like, if I was going to be at Fitch, this was the one I was keeping my eye on anyway. So I'm excited that we're going to be going here because I've been saying it for the last few weeks. Man, Crestview and Garfield, these are going to be the two teams to watch. They both do things very well. They both do things on the ground very well. Both have very good defenses. Both coached really well. I'm excited for this matchup. MVAC Gray Division Championship on the line with this one.
You know what? I'm going to say one thing that I don't say very often. I agree with Radar in the fact that Springfield and McDonald, which we previewed on Channel 21 on the Burnett Pool Spas and Hot Tubs YSN football preview, I think that's going to be a dogfight, guys. I think that is going to be an absolute slobber knocker. And I also didn't even ask Radar. I should have asked him to do the Hubbard and Girard game. Can you imagine the ratings for that? Would have been through the to the moon, folks. To the moon. I do have a couple more. I like my game tonight. I'll be at the Canfield game as the Howland Tigers come into town. Old school rivalry. Throw the records out the window. Canfield needs to win. They are sitting in the 16th seed in their division to get into the playoffs. If they lose this week or potentially next week to Boardman, both games at home in the Cardinals' nest, they are in danger, folks. They are in danger. So I think Coach Ignazio, talked to him a couple nights ago. He understands what's at stake here. He's not going to lower the standard or the expectation for his team. These guys need to win. Howland knows that. They've had another tough year. They've taken a step forward, I think. But if they win, oh, baby, there's a lot of upset people in Canfield. Then you look at this game, and there's going to be a lot of, and I hate previewing it now, but I know they like to leave early. They're probably already on the bus because it is a drive. South Range and Louisville, guys. This is not a gimme for the Raiders this week. This is not a gimme. It is a non-conference battle, which some people say what are you waving for?
Trap game.
Yeah, I mean, you know it better than any of us. I mean, you were Gator closest to the boat. I mean, you get on that bus and it's a non-conference game. Do you exhale? Do you take it off? I mean, I don't want to sound like the Raiders are complacent, but man, Louisville is nobody to sneeze at.
It was different because when I graduated, Jefferson was still in the NE8. They left and then they opened up that non-conference game later in the season. But I remember we played at Louisville Stadium against Garaway in the regional semis my junior year. And that stadium, it's in the middle of a neighborhood, and it's not an easy stadium to play in.
And it was very cold that night as well. Not going to be as cold tonight. It started out today, boys, 32 degrees in Northeast Ohio. It has reached 70. I don't think it's going to get any higher than that. I think it's going to plummet like a rock in the water. So if you're going out, make sure you bundle up. Make sure you're ready. But certainly those are some of those games, guys, that I think South Range has to really focus in on this one. They got to really lock in on this one because, I mean, you got some big dudes on the other side. Some big dudes. That's a Division II Louisville team. Sure, 3-5. Look at who they've played. And look at how many games they potentially could have won. This is a young team, very fast, very physical, very large. Keep your eye on that game. Keep your eye on that game. It's going to be interesting.
Shocker, Eric picks Louisville and DJ picks South Range.
Oh, listen to you. Listen to you. All right.
I haven't said their name one time tonight.
First, like it's not a prediction, that's a spoiler.
I do have a question though, since we
Okay.
need Gary on here.
You have
Eric,
to raise your hand.
I did earlier, and you just completely blew over past me.
Oh, I thought you were
Eric,
doing.
So
no, not that. If Lowville and Struthers play each other, who are you picking?
I have to pick my alma mater in that situation.
That's fair.
But they're not going to play. They'll probably never play Trustro's like a few divisions higher than them, so I don't have to worry about that. Thankfully.
South Range is playing Louisville tonight.
If South Range plays Western Reserve for
Oh,
are
South
you
Range.
picking?
I'm sorry, Western Reserve fans. I'm picking South Range whether I'm from there or not.
we'll see. We'll see. Or should I say we might see? I don't know. I don't make the schedules. I know that
I mean,
everybody's shifting.
how many conference championships are decided tonight? I know the NE8 is, or the NAC is decided tonight. I know the CVC Lake is decided tonight. Is the NE8 locked up?
No. No. I mean, well, what is it? Hubbard the last week for South Range.
Yeah.
So South Range obviously they beat Hubbard. No, the South Range will have a share of the title
Yeah.
no matter what because they haven't lost a game in the NE8. So if they lose to Hubbard, they share with, who is it, Poland and Struthers? No, because they play that week. So it'll be whoever wins it.
MVAC Gray will be decided tonight. Everyone besides Crestview and Garfield has 2 losses too. So I mean, they'll win a share at least of the championship tonight.
Would you print T-shirts out? Does anybody have the cojones to print T-shirts out and hats and I've seen it before.
We did.
I've
Hand
seen
them
it
out
before.
after the game.
Yeah, hand them out after the game. Oh man, that'd be dirty.
That's a move, Cotton.
We didn't do it for football, but we did it for wrestling.
But if you lose, you have to mail them to the Ethiopian kids that always wear them. They're like, "Go Titans! Go Titans!"
We're going, Jesus, stop. We're gonna get shut down.
The T-shirt.
No,
But
it's legit. They NFL mails them to Ethiopia.
I've seen where a very expensive firework presentation was set for the end of a game, and they put them off even though they lost.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah. It was week 10, 3 years ago. Lakeside and Edgewood. Lakeside had like a $10,000 fireworks show ready to go because that was going to be their playoff when they beat Edgewood. Edgewood wins in the fourth quarter on the last play of the game, and they had nothing else to do but set off those fireworks. It was not great. It was not a great day for them.
That's a tough look. That is a tough look.
What do you think the conversations were as you're lighting them off?
Well, the worst thing I think was looking on Instagram and seeing, the Edgewood kids, and nothing against Edgewood, but they're the ones who were taking the Instagram pics with the fireworks going off in the background. So,
there's just some dude behind the bleachers with a cigarette that's just ripping it. God
Danny
bless
McBride
him.
back there. Oh, they said go?
Oh, you want fireworks? We got some fireworks for you. Just start
So
shooting
go.
bottle rockets into the crowd. All right. Hey, we got to do what we're supposed to do. We've bought enough time for Gary. Ty, thank you for joining us. Obviously, didn't get to intro you, so welcome to the broadcast. It is time to pick some games like we usually do. Gentlemen, points don't count. The games matter, but the points for us do not count. So put it all out there. All right. Let's start.
Can't wait.
Let's start here with Quaker Valley at Beaver. Let's start Pennsylvania. We don't get that very often. Noah Doty, CJ Schroed's taking us up on this one. We got Quaker Valley, which, by the way, there were rumors once upon a time that a certain all-pro quarterback bought land here in this area. He actually sends his kids to Quaker Valley. They play Beaver tonight. Who gets the win in the place that Ben Roethlisberger sends his kids to school against Beaver? Just put it that way. Defer.
See, I was looking for the line in this one, and I thought someone was toying with me on our spreadsheet because I thought they were like Quaker Valley was Salem and Beaver was Beaver. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I didn't get a line in this one. It makes more sense now that it's from PA. I don't know either teams. I'm going to flip a coin. Give me Beaver.
I love how you tied the teams together in 30 seconds, but it took you all week to do that. Appreciate you, Sam.
Listen, signing with YSN is good for 14 points. Give me Beaver.
Let's go Husey.
Yeah, give me the Beaver Bobcats also.
Ty.
Yeah, they got the pride of Beaver. Noah Doty calling them tonight too. That's going to help them out tremendously in the broadcast. Give me the Bobcats in this one.
The pride of Beaver. That's the best you come up with, Ty. That's low hanging fruit for you.
Yeah.
I too am going to take the Beaver Bobcats. Little Benny Roethlisberger does not play for this team, so go Bobcats. Also, go Noah and CJ for going across the board. I know that Beaver's very close and near their heart. So let's go to a game we don't have again. If you're just joining us, Boardman and Austintown Fitch. That game televised, not enough room or resources for us tonight. Ty, you know a little bit about both these teams. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, both these teams do similar things well. They have a good rushing attack. DeAndre Richards, Junie Higgs for the Falcons, a good two-man attack. Boardman, I saw them go 5 men deep against the Spartans with Rutledge leading the way. And I tell you what, Keith Smith Jr. too was also a force both offensively and defensively. That young man can really ball out too. Boardman's got a lot of depth, and they got a lot of seniors on this team. This is going to be one of the closest, I think, matchups between Fitch and Boardman that we've seen in the last couple of years. I think both these teams do really good on the line play. I think they got a lot of size. I think they got a really solid run game. Both of them do. And I think it really is going to come down to who's commanding the rushing yards and the rushing attack in this one, because both of them are a run first football team. I like the Falcons, of course, at home in this one. I think it's only going to be, I'm going to say 1-score game. I say even a field goal. I don't think this is going to be a blowout by any means. I think this is a close game. I think it's a low scoring game. I'd be surprised if this gets into the 30s, honestly.
Wow. That's a great breakdown. Hughes, who do you have?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Ty on this one. I don't think, we might get a game where both teams only combined for 30 points. We could go in that direction also. I'm going to take Fitch, though, at home, like 14-7, something like that.
Wow. Okay. Sam?
Listen, I think Boardman has the most impressive win of these two teams. And I know that Fitch has played some great teams. I do. But I think Cardinal Mooney is the most underrated team probably in the state right now. So I think that the Boardman's win over Mooney gives me the confidence in them. Give me Boardman.
Wow. Sam hates Struthers, loves Cardinal Mooney. Like, to the end of the earth. It's incredible.
Listen, Gentile is a man. That kid can play some football.
Mooney's had a tough stretch. A tough stretch here. You know, they got that win over Cheney, but you've had a tough stretch. Week 10, Ursuline Mooney. I mean, we all know what that means. Let's go for who do you got in this?
I got Fitch. I don't even think it's going to be close. The line is 17. 2 scores, Fitch. So I think the line's pretty. I think the line is very accurate. Yeah, Bernie. I agree with Bernie.
Bernie Kosar?
No, Bernie. I'm not trying to pronounce that last name.
Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Good effort.
My man Bernie Franzaglio.
Yep, Franzaglio.
I agree with him.
Here's where I'm gonna go. I think this has been quite the here we are season, the showcase season for the Spartans. I think Austintown Fitch they were at the top of our rankings for a while. They are the belle of the ball here on YSN, certainly. I think this is the Spartans game. I think this is a perfect game for the Spartans. Not like I want to root against either team. I'm just calling it the way I just think that right now the spirit is high in Boardman. There's going to be a big turnout, as I understand, for Boardman. I'm taking the Spartans in this one. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. So we'll see how it goes. That'll probably be played over and over and over again inside Austin.
I believe it was 2007 the last time Boardman won in Austintown. So they'd break a little bit of a streak there.
I mean, I think that
they have a team, man. I've seen them. They have depth. They have a lot of seniors. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of experience on that football team from the Spartans.
Fitch can be a bully. There's no doubt about it, right? But who do you pick on for Boardman? Like you said, Ty, they went 5 deep handing the ball off.
Fresh legs constantly on the field. It's a benefactor, man. It really is. It's going to be interesting, no doubt.
And then if you hone in on their running game, Zach Haas is going to run wild. I mean, throw wild, I guess, from that standpoint. So, I mean, they've got a lot of weapons. I think this game is going to be better than plus 17. I'll tell you that. But could be way off. All right. As I pull up the next game, trying to mow through these, a Cambridge and Beaver local. McNuggies back on the call. He has been doing, even in college, my dude is coming back for the weekends and calling his beloved Beavers action all year long. Hey, how about a hand for McNuggies? That's incredible. We all know how tough college can be. All right, guys, Cambridge Beaver local. I'm taking the Beavers. I think the Beavers have found something. They found a little bit of momentum, and they're going to take it out on Cambridge tonight. Let's go to first.
Before we get through the rest of our picks, this is no joke. Every game we're picking tonight, that's a YSN school. The YSN school is favored. It's a round of applause for that. With that being said, give me Beaver local and a huge win tonight.
Sammy.
Oh, yeah, it's Beaver local all day long.
Let's go Mets.
Beaver local.
Ty.
Unreal. Give me the Beavers.
Unreal. One of the best calls we've ever had.
I love it. I love it, man.
The juice was loose that night for sure. And we're not talking about Tommy Otto. On to Matt Maher's game, Camel Memorial and Jackson Milton. Ty, spin this one around. Let's go reverse skate.
Yeah, I like the Red Devils in this one. I think Jackson Milton's kind of had their struggles too throughout the year, but I think Camel's taking a step forward. I think they're going to come back with a nice win tonight.
Husey.
I'm going to go with Jackson Milton this one. I got to saw him play Lova last week. One thing I will say, they were able to move the ball in that first half. They have a really good running back in Keegan White. I think he's going to be really hard to stop. So I'll take the Blue Jays in this one.
Keegan is the key for sure. I'm also going to go with Jackson Milton, only if they can control the football and the time of possession. If they keep the ball on the ground with White, I don't think Camel's going to have an opportunity to do some of the things that they like to do in their offense. I'm taking Jackson Milton tonight. Let's go for.
See, I haven't seen Jackson Milton play. I will see them play next week. But I have seen Camel play, and they have some really good athletes on their team. They have a lot of young athletes on their team. So they may be a team to watch out here in the years coming here on YSN. But I'm going Camel tonight. They are favored by 4 points.
Was it Koulianos, right? That's his last name? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
I think that's what his last name is.
I do not remember.
Sam.
Listen, it is a tough one. It's a toss-up. Both teams, I think, are have had a tough season, but this one I'm gonna go like NCAA picks. I think Jackson Milton's jerseys are dope. The black and blue are really, really good looking jerseys. So give me the Blue Jays.
You should have saw their camouflage jerseys last week. They were doing for their military night. Those are pretty cool also.
Well, wait a minute. Are they the same ones that get passed around? And no disrespect to obviously the military, but like, can we get some white numbers on those or something?
Yeah, it was hard to see the numbers.
Please.
For the announcer's sake alone.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can't,
not just
I
the
can't tell
announcers.
if it's a 3 and 8, if that's a 5. What am I looking at half?
Not just the announcers. Like if you're a mom or a dad, obviously you're probably sitting there tickled pink that your kid's wearing a military jersey, being honored by the military, wearing red, white, and blue oftentimes and seeing flags.
Mhm.
But like, just make them more, I don't know, visually appealing.
Yeah.
I love camo. Like I will fight.
Mhm.
My wife hates it that I love camo as much as I do because I don't hunt. I didn't serve, but it's like, I love it. But like, let's maybe spin them around. Maybe they're black jerseys with camo in them, because at least then with like a white outline, because then at least then we could see the numbers. Black numbers on camo. I get it. The irony, I understand it. You don't want to see camouflage.
Right.
Not fun for us. Not fun
Jefferson wears black on black with a very, very thin white outline. Probably the most difficult game I've ever had to call.
See, that's cute, and it looks really good whenever they come out because, it's really sharp. But then you go, oh, crap, how are we going to do this?
Yes.
Because it does, and people think we're just complaining, but it'll mess up your stats. It'll mess up, like, all stuff that you have to think about when you're doing this. Does it look absolutely amazing? Yes, it does for pictures. You want to know what's even worse? Is when those camouflage jerseys are on a grass field in mud. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Good
It's
night.
done.
Good night. Al Qaeda couldn't see us rolling on the field. There's no shot. All right. I guess that's my spark for the day. Camouflage jerseys, make them a little bit visible if they're not in harm's way. Okay. Let's go to Champion and Liberty, guys. Jordan Barber's on this game. Liberty, they're looking like the real deal right now. Ty, which one are you taking?
Yeah, I'm going with the Leopards on this one, man. Champion having a struggle year, and DeJuan Moody's the real deal. He's got that season now of seasoning. He's in the end of the season now, and he's looking end of season form. And I'm excited for this one, for what the Leopards can do. Give me Liberty by a couple scores.
Husey.
Yeah, I'm feeling Liberty also. Whatever the spread is, just double it. Give me the Leopards.
Oh, double it.
Whatever the spread is.
Liberty by 66 is what you're saying.
He stands by
Liberty.
Sam.
Listen, Ty took it. That's what I was gonna say. Liberty, 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 Liberty.
What's is it Emu or Doug and Emu or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm taking
Limu,
Doug and
Emu.
Emu. How about you, Fur?
I don't know where my life's gone wrong and where I'm sitting here hearing Liberty commercials and Doug and Emu. I love it. Give me Liberty.
Well, you were smelling your shoe before we got on the show, so
It
let's
smells-
not
You're
blame it
probably
on
the
all of
shoe
us.
fumes that's got you a little funky. Yeah.
Your DH Gate shoes,
Oh, no, these ones are wrestling shoes.
which makes even more sense for you to be wearing them.
I just got them. I'm excited about them, okay? Maybe
Who are you wrestling?
I'll leave again.
Are you worried that?
I'll leave.
Are you ready for like Brock Lesnar to walk in your front door? and
Any
just
second.
throw it
Well, you know who my dad is? He basically is Brock Lesnar.
He
I
is
gotta be
Brock
on my toes at all times.
only gets to carry. So yes, you're right. I apologize for that questioning. On to Columbiana at Wellsville. Gary Altizer, who's usually with us, not with us as of right now. Listen, Wellsville, they have been special. I mean, I think 2 kick returns in the last 2 weeks. So special teams is really a fit for them. Columbiana, a tough loss against East Palestine last week. We all saw it. What a game that was. Into overtime. 2 teams looking to kind of right the ship. Wellsville has the home game. They have the advantage. They have the speed. It's being played on turf. I'm going to take the Tigers. They're what, 1-6, I think?
7.
1-7. Yeah. So, yeah, makes sense. It's week 9, idiot. I'm gonna go with the Tigers. And for what's the spread on this one?
14 for Columbiana.
Yeah, I as much as I think Columbiana can do it, and I agree with that. I just think it's the Tigers' night. We got a full moon, boys. It's the Tigers' night tonight. Fur, what say you?
Oh, that's cute and all, DJ, but I got Columbiana winning big.
Okay.
Maybe not big. I think Columbiana, but Wellsville to cover.
Wrestling guys have to stick together. Second, he's not on the show. I'm going the other way, man. I'm going. You're gonna need those wrestling shoes because you're gonna be in the Cobra's clutch here when Gary Altizer gets a hold of you. Sam.
Listen, it's week 9. The theme this week is redemption for a lot of different teams. The redemption's going to happen, though, for Columbiana. It was a heartbreaking loss. I think East Palestine I don't think they've been overlooked by Columbiana, but I think they've been overlooked by a lot of people. And Columbiana thought they were going to take that. They didn't. They're going to take this one this week, though.
Hughes.
I'm going to take the Clippers in this one on the road.
Quick and to the point. Ty.
I'll rock with you and my man Gary with Wellsville this week. I think it's a winnable game for the Tigers, and I think Clippers might be playing a little bit down after last week. We'll have to see tonight.
It'll be interesting. We move on, ladies and gentlemen, to Ty Bartell and Nick Van Pelt, the dynamic duo, Garrettsville Garfield, taking on Crestview in the Rebel Dome. Ty, what do you got?
Oh my goodness. I mean, both of these teams can command the ball on the ground. Both of these teams are smash mouth defenses. It's like clone teams, honestly. One from Portage County, one from Columbiana County. I mean, they're both versions of one another, and both of them really. This is the first time really we've seen someone contend for that top spot against Garrettsville Garfield in this side of the conference too in quite some time. And the Rebels are back, baby. They're a dynamic team. Max Hawkins is a dude. He can run for 300 yards any given night too, and it feels like it's a night where he can have a big night too. But I love Coach Moser's attack. I like his philosophy on football too for Garrettsville Garfield, where it's like we got blockers, we got a runner, and we got everything else in between. We'll figure it out. We're gonna just try to win football games, and I love Garrettsville Garfield's approach. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a potentially high-scoring game, depending on how the defenses can get stops and turnovers. Turnovers are obviously going to be a big impact in this one. Can either team force turnovers? Who's going to force more, obviously? But I think defenses, it's going to be hard to stop either of these teams because they can both pass the ball, too, if they need to turn to it. They're very dynamic. I'm going to go with Garrettsville Garfield in this one. Surprise, surprise, the Prince of Portage backs up the Portage team. I think it's going to be a close one, just though also because Garrettsville Garfield's been here. They've won the top of the conference, and until someone beats them, I'm going to go with them, though. But I think Crestview's taking a great shot, and it's going to be a very, very good game tonight.
Real tough for you, Ty, because, I mean, not only did you have the Portage County team playing, but you had the Columbiana County team playing, and we all know how you feel about us down here in the county. I can appreciate that. You stick with your boys. I can appreciate that. That same token, Crestview, one of the original Four Horsemen here on YSN, one of the dogs here in Columbiana County this year. I'm going to go with Crestview, and it's a little bit of that home cooking, Ty, the same way you are. There's got to be somebody looking across. There's got to be the Don King, so to speak, in this game. You're going to take Portage County. You got your announcer is pro Crestview. I cannot wait till tomorrow to listen back to this game and hear you two going back and forth. But Ty, the best thing about you is, as much as you love Garfield, you are going to make sure those Crestview kids shine if they have the opportunity to do so.
Oh, man, I got a chance to see both Jake Noling and Max Hawkins tear it up in Southeast, man. I'm excited for the opportunity to get a chance to see him again. And not too often I get to see a team from Columbiana County like that more than once, unless they come up a rare special time to Portage. So I get to make the trip down there, and first football game I've ever called for Crestview. So I'm excited to see Crestview Stadium. I've never actually been there, so it's exciting.
They'll treat you all right. I wanted to bring up a stat because you brought up Max Hawkins. According to Max Preps, there are, I believe, and also credit Tony Bova because he put this on Facebook earlier today. The Valley has 6 of the top 11 rushers in the state in all divisions. So you look at who we have. Owen Yuriauchi, who's accumulated almost 1,700 yards. He's averaging 7.3 yards a carry. He's number 2. We have Jay Sean Lindsay with almost 1,500 yards. He's averaging 10.1 yards a carry. So think about that. Dante Gentile of Springfield, almost 1,400 yards of offense. We have Gino Perry of Lowellville, who has 1,381, so almost 1,400 yards accumulated, and Max Hawkins, who I'm making sure here, who almost has 1,400 yards as well. So, I mean, guys, when you're thinking about, I mean, we're seeing a trend again. It used to be passing, right? Racking up passing yards. We're seeing the NFL going back to rushing, seeing college football going back to rushing, and we're seeing high school quickly adapting that and going back to rushing yards. This has been incredible. And then with 6 of the top 11 in the in the state of Ohio, it's us. It's the Valley, baby. Hard-nosed football. I love it. Eric Hughes, hard-nosed football game to pick. Who are you taking?
I'm going to take Crestview in this one just because I don't feel advantage. And Ty, you're calling the game, you said, right? I really messed up right there. Yeah, you'll know what I mean when you get there. They play out like in the middle of nowhere, but their fans, they get rowdy.
It's Columbiana County. Everything's in the middle of
That's like one of the worst places to play, like if you're a visiting team, like from a mental standpoint, like their fans really get into it, just being out there. I really don't know how to explain it.
the hell is wrong with you?
Well,
I'm not dissing him.
I've seen Crestview fans for volleyball. I've seen them for basketball. I know Crestview fans can get up and they get rowdy. So I expect no different than for football too. That Crestview community runs deep. They run very deep.
Hughes just doesn't like corn. I just got this feeling.
I love corn.
Eats corn. Well, you might want to play us with some respect. Okay, where do you think the corn comes from? Comes from us. We grow the corn. Sam.
Listen, in Region 5, Division 17 or whatever it's called, or Division 5, Region 17, this is number 7 versus number 9. So one of the biggest games in the state tonight is this one right here. I think Ty Bartell is 100% right. It's going to be a high-scoring game for one team, though. Garrettsville, I think, is going to win this and win it handily.
What?
7-1. 7-1 Garrettsville tonight. They're going to go into Crestview. They're looking at the points. These guys are ready, and they've been in the playoffs before. They know where this can set them. They want to play South Range in the regional championship. This will set up for that. Give me Garrettsville by a ton.
Be careful what you wish for. If that's accurate, if they've got their eyes set on South Range, be careful what you wish for.
They want to kick that down. They want to kick it down the line as far as they can. A win over a 7-1 Crestview is going to put them in a high seed, so they're not going to have to see them in the first or second round.
Load the cannons, Rebels! Load the cannons! The G-men are coming.
For the tiebreaker.
Oh, no pressure.
My heart wants me to pick Garrettsville. My heart wants me to pick Garrettsville. My brain wants me to pick Crestview, because if Crestview wins, Western Reserve still gets more computer points.
I don't think we want to know what the tiebreaker is.
Screw that. Give me the G-men.
I knew it. Just because he's getting a signed jersey from Keegan Sell at the end of the year.
Business decision, Fur. I back you all the way, my friend.
That was a business decision. All right.
After last week, it's been a rough week.
Howland and Canfield. I have the call tonight with Craig Walters. We do want to pass along some well wishes to Gary Niddle, who going through some stuff right now. We're all praying for you, buddy. We love you. We appreciate you, and certainly we're behind you. So we love you, man. That's all I can say about that. All right. Howland and Canfield, guys, at the Cardinals' nest. Again, I said at the top of the show, the Cardinals at the 16 spot, fighting for their playoff lives the next 2 weeks. Win over Howland obviously means something just in the community, but a win over Howland gets them one step closer to week 11. With that said, I'm going to take the Cardinals just because I feel like it means more to them. But again, Howland, goodness, don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on these Tigers, because I think this could be a potential upset in the making, depending on how quarterback play is. How do you settle for field goals, or you punch it in the end zone? What's the spread on this one?
It is 28 points for Canfield.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's going to be that big of a point differential. I'll just put it that way. What do you say?
I say.
What does your heart say, and what does your head say of this one?
Heart says Howland, brain says Canfield. So, yeah.
Okay.
Give me Canfield.
Okay. Sam?
Hake always talks about a chip in a chair. For Canfield, the chip is striped tonight. They have to win this one if they want to get into the playoffs. It has not been. It has not been the season they wanted. Give me Canfield.
Oh boy. Oh, this is getting tasty. All right, Hughes, who do you got?
Give me the Cards in this one.
God.
I tell you what, man, it is going to be tough because Canfield, can you imagine them as one of those lower seeds? And if you're a Hawken, you're an Aurora, even if you're an Ursuline team, that's a tough first round matchup. Drawing Canfield. Yeah, I think I saw Howland last week, and I mean, they do a lot of things well. They've definitely taken a big step improvement wise as a football team. But I feel like Canfield right now, they have a lot to play for too. And I mean, having something to play for this late in the football season is a good thing. I'm going to take the Cardinals in a must-win game for them tonight.
Lightning round here. Hubbard and Gerard, Ty.
Let me go, Gerard.
Let's go Hughes.
I'll go with Gerard.
Sam.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Give me Hubbard.
Fur.
Oh, give me Gerard. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I'm going to take Gerard as well. Sam, you're the lone wolf. You want to howl it out?
Ow!
Hubbard
Weak.
gets the weak, he said. Gerard gets 4 votes, 1 for Hubbard. Hubbard has been sneaky. Gerard, I know they lost to Poland last week. I just think that they're on the come up. I really do. Jefferson at Edgewood, Larry Jennings, and Scott Demos.
Demos.
Did I get it?
Yep.
Yeah, Scotty, baby. Sam, walk us through this one. You're going to be on the sidelines on this?
I am going to be on the sidelines. I'm going to be, keeping track of scores, taking pictures. I want to give a little bit of backlog on this one. This is a trophy game. The Hoadley Cup trophy is what they've been playing for. A little bit of extra special stuff going on in this one. Matthew Webster is the great-great-grandson of Ed Hoadley, who the trophy is named after. He plays for the Jefferson Falcons. It's the first time it's happened since the Hoadleys were actually playing in this rivalry game. It's two teams that the season has not gone the way they wanted. It's two teams with late season personnel changes, whether it's quarterback, running back, whatever, and they don't like each other. And if they lost every other game this season and they win this one, it's a good season. So it's going to be a phenomenal game. It's at Edgewood. It is already packed. It's only about a quarter mile from my house, and I already started seeing traffic getting into the stadium. It's going to be wild tonight. I can't wait to see it. If you guys are going around games tonight, don't miss this one. I think I got to give the home team Edgewood Warriors the look in this one. But I do think this is going to be close, like the close game they lost to Conneaut last weekend.
Bozar plays for Jefferson?
Jefferson.
Man, I like watching him play football.
Yeah, he just tied the Jefferson school record for receptions in the season with 54 last week. And that was with first-time quarterback Mason Khalil, coming in for his first start ever in high school football. 10 receptions in that game.
Well, let's make sure we get a picture of him so we can get the graphics machine ready and put it all over the YSN interwebs, all right?
Gotcha.
All right. Let's go Fur. Who do you got?
Jefferson's favored. Give me Jefferson.
Okay. I, too, am going to go with Jefferson and Cage Bozar. Dude, is Sam, you told me about him. You said he is quick as a hiccup. My goodness. Is he fast? He's fun to watch on YSN for sure. I'm going to take him and his Falcons. Let's go. Eric Hughes.
I'm going to take Edgewood.
Oh, we got a tie game? Tie?
I've actually gotten a chance to call a Hoadley Cup or two back a few years ago before we brought on the whole Ashtabula community too. I love both of these teams, both Edgewood and Jefferson. You both are YSN teams, so you're getting a lot of love from me. But Jefferson, your YSN roots run a little bit deeper. Let me go with the Falcons in this one.
Ty likes the trees going deep. Lakeside Conneaut, WOW TV has the coverage. Sammy, who you taking? We'll start with you.
Listen, this one is, believe it or not, Lakeside with just 2 wins is not completely out of playoff contention. If they win out for the rest of the year, which is Conneaut, and then they play their rival Edgewood next week, and Jefferson beats Edgewood this weekend, they have a chance to make it in the 16 seed. So Lakeside's playing for something completely different than Conneaut. I think Lakeside's going to go out there, let their athletes do what they've been been talked about doing all year. Give me Lakeside in this one.
I'm going to pick Lakeside just because I love watching Sam in the Lake Show. One of my favorite things to do during the week is watch your show, my friend. So, hey, go Dragons. In the intro, by the way, the dragon breathing fire in the background of amazing. It's the little things, Sam. It's the little things.
Thank you, sir.
I have Lakeside winning.
Well, congratulations on all your success. All right. Hughes.
I'm gonna be different. Give me Conneaut.
All right, Conneaut.
Conneaut just had a big win last week, but like I said though, with Canfield, when you're playing for something late in football seasons, there's a lot of meaning to it. I think they're going to be coming juiced up. Give me Lakeside in this one.
Next game, Letonia at East Palestine. The Bulldogs finished the season with 2 games at home with a chance, an outside puncher's chance to get back in the running for the EOAC title, but they sit 12-13 in the playoffs. Gentlemen, for East Palestine to get back to the playoffs is a big deal in that community after all they've been through. Last week was a big one. Does Letonia, I'm learning, does it serve as a trap game? Because their eyes are already over Columbiana and on to the playoffs? I don't think so. I think the Bulldogs get it done tonight. Again, Owen Yeriauchi has the all-time leading rusher in a single season in his rear view. I think he's going to reestablish that, and I think the Bulldogs are going to win tonight pretty handily, unless I will say this, they turn the football over. And I know that's obviously, listen, I saw Lisbon turn the ball over against Letonia, and Carson Brock threw for over 300 yards in that game against a pretty good and healthy Lisbon defense. Do not let Letonia hang around unless you want to get bit by the bear. I'm taking the Dogs. Fur.
These Palestine Bulldogs. I'm such a dork.
It's like a baby Braun Breaker.
You caught me off guard with that. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm sorry, Sam.
The best part about East Palestine this year is the fact that, they've had years, this team, the guys on this team have had years where they weren't very, very good. So you don't have to worry about them overlooking anybody. East Palestine, get ready. Don't make plans for week 11. You're going to win tonight, and you got a playoff spot coming up very, very soon.
Ooh, okay. Let's go to Eric Hughes.
Yeah, I'll go with the Dogs also.
I figured you were taking Letonia. You had that look on your face like you were going to go against the current. All right, Ty, who do you have?
You get the trophy game last week if you're the Bulldogs, but also with that, you get your 5th win of the season, guaranteeing you're having at least a 500 year, and that's big for East Palestine considering the years prior. This is still a big week for them. You win tonight, it's a winning season. You're guaranteed to have a winning season, and that means a ton for that community. They have a ton to play for tonight. Give me EP.
I'm trying to remember. I think is it United in week 10?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
I mean, that's a handful. Don't look ahead to that one. Let's just handle Letonia. let's handle our business tonight, stand on our business, and then we'll worry about DJ Ogilvy and the mighty Flying Eagles coming into town in about 6 days. All right, next game we have for you, again, one of the games of the night, I think, McDonald and Springfield, Chris Sigler, Steve Leslie. Oh, my Lanta. The GMs collide in Tiger Town tonight. Let's start with Fur. Fur, who do you got in this one?
I think genuinely, I'm being dead serious with this. I think both teams are really good, and I know I have a hatred for Springfield, but I genuinely think McDonald will win tonight. I'm not saying that because it's going to come out. If McDonald wins, all 3 teams share the title. That's not the reason. I genuinely think McDonald is one of the best smaller teams in the small divisions. I think McDonald has a great shot at making a run for it. I think they're going to cause a lot of problems in Division 7, Region 25. Give me McDonald tonight in a great game.
Senior night? Homecoming? One of the two, right?
Probably senior night.
I'm pretty sure. So, Sam, that being said, who do you take?
Is it Springfield past week 5? Then I'm not picking against them ever. That's not happening now or ever. McDonald, congratulations on a great season. I think you guys are still going to win a whole lot of football games. You're just not going to get it done in week 9. I think Springfield is a different animal. Give me Springfield.
Hughesy.
Yeah, so McDonald, they're great at running the ball from that wing T offense, but Springfield, best defense will have to play all regular season, honestly. We saw what they did a couple weeks ago on reserve. They shut them out of the great year they've been having. And Springfield, they playing the chip on their shoulder tonight because last week they beat Middle Ridge, but things were a lot closer than they wanted. They were down for most of that game. I think they'll bounce back tonight, giving the Tigers by a lot.
By a lot, he says. All right, Ty?
Yeah, McDonald, I would have picked you if Springfield didn't have that game with Mineral Ridge last week, because prior to that, Springfield's defense was rolling. They weren't giving up a ton of points to anybody in the conference, and then Mineral Ridge started punching them in the mouth. But they figured out how to win, and that's what Coach Guerrero teams do best too. They figure out halftime adjustments. They make really good halftime adjustments, and they figure out how to win. McDonald's going to give them a punch, but I think Springfield's defense always finds a way to set the tone and set their offense up. I'm going to go with the Tigers in this one.
Guys, we talked about it earlier. Dante Gentile, one of the top running backs and top yardage earners in the entire state of Ohio in all divisions. He lives in New Middletown, Springfield. He's going to have a huge, huge mark on this game tonight.
Huge.
Unfortunately, the reason that McDonald does not have anybody in there is because they have a three-headed monster that they turn to, and they split up the yards, divvy up the yards, however you want to cut them. All they care about is winning. And I'm going to take McDonald tonight in an upset on the road in the Tiger Den over the Springfield Tigers. And I think this is going to be a barn burner. I think this is a 1 to 2 point game. I think a missed extra point or perhaps even a field goal is all the difference in this one. I'm going to take the McDonald Blue Devils. All right, on to the next game. Poland and Lakeview. Matt Romeo has the coverage for us. I'm going to go Poland in this one just because I think Poland is arrow up and to the right. Fur.
Yeah, I don't want to pick Poland, but I'll pick Poland.
Thanks, Hughes. On to Sam.
Well, Fur's not going to pick Poland, or Fur doesn't want to pick Poland. I'm not picking Poland. I haven't forgot about you, Lakeview. I'm still a Bulldog guy. Let's go, Lakeview. Get it done.
You did take both Bulldogs tonight. I'm very proud of you, Sam. Very well done. All right, Hughes.
This week, I'm going to take Poland for the third week in a row, but just wait for next week.
Oh, I wonder who
I
you're
got
picking
some
next
plan
week.
for that.
Oh, do you? All right,
Yep.
Fair enough. You're wearing the blue today too. We appreciate that. Certainly, I'm sure
Not for them, but
the
yeah.
whole Poland crew appreciates you wearing blue all the time. On to Ty Bartel, who was also wearing blue, by the way. Ty, did you get a new wardrobe?
Yeah, just rocking the blue today, right? It's perfect for this game too. Blue Bulldogs, both sides, right? I really like Poland in this one. I think the Bulldogs of Poland. I think that win last week against Girard was really impressive, holding them to 6 points. Their defense has looked really good against pretty much every team that they played with this year. I think South Range is the only team to score more than 24 against them. They had in the 30s, I think. So, I mean, this is a really good Poland defense. I think they're going to ride their hat on that defense tonight against a Lakeview team that is talented, but I just don't think they're going to be able to put enough points on the board against this Poland team.
All right, South Range at Louisville. Rob Johnson has the call for us tonight. The Louisville and Spotlight Media taking care of it. You're going to have multi-camera. And listen, South Range, we're trying for you, baby. We're trying. We're going to try to emulate what Rob Johnson does on a weekly basis moving forward. But you got a great announcer tonight, and you've got great coverage tonight. We will have the game. I've been asked a million times. Yes, it will be on YSN tonight at Louisville. Rob Johnson has the coverage for us, the voice of the Leps. I said, guys, this could be potentially a very challenging game for South Range fans. This is not a gimme. I don't think you see the clock in the mercy position at all tonight. The defense is outstanding. Now, as I understand it, there might be some injuries for Louisville. So South Range is going to be geared up, obviously, for that. But a non-conference game, a lot on the line. Instead of, and this is what I love about this game for South Range. I know I've been talking about watch out for Louisville, watch out for Louisville. This is a iron sharpening iron game for South Range because their sights are set a little bit higher than most on a regular season basis. And that's not a knock on anybody else. It is when we got to week 8, right? Last week, what I heard was, okay, we're now officially halfway through the season. That's a different level of thinking, guys. Because most people are 3 weeks past midway. These guys are thinking 16 weeks. And they're rolling into week 8 saying, This is halfway through our season. It is not a guarantee, obviously, they get to week 16, but a game like this against Louisville sharpens their talents, sharpens their swords, and they are ready to go into week 11, not overlooking anybody in week 10, obviously, Hubbard, but they're ready to go. This is how you do it whenever you have a non-conference game late in the season. Get ready to go. All that being said, I know I talked a lot about Louisville. I'm taking the range. Fur.
South Range. I guess. South Range. Maybe.
Give
me the Raiders.
Sam.
Listen, Louisville is a Division II. Like, you talk about the points you're going to get for winning this. Like, right now, they're at 19 points in the region. Manchester is at 18 points. When they win this game tonight, they just lock it away. They're home twice, all the way until they get to week 16. I think the Raiders are – I look at them a lot the same way I look at Springfield. Late in the season, you don't beat South Range. That's just not how things are done. So tonight is not going to be any different. Give me South Range.
Hughes.
Yeah, give me the Raiders in this one.
Keep in mind, guys, and I talked about defense. Burek, 6'6", only a sophomore on the defensive line.
I was going to say, there's some dudes with height on that Louisville team. No doubt. You look at this Louisville community, too. They get up and they get out for any athletic contest. It does not matter. They're going to pack the stand. So for South Range, this is going to be close to almost like playoff-like atmosphere. There's going to be a packed house. There's going to be a lot of people screaming at you because that Louisville community, they run deep and they run strong. It's going to be a tough road test for the Raiders, but like Sam said, a lot of points are on the line, and positioning in the playoffs is going to be big in this one if the Raiders get this win. I'm going to go with South Range on the road, but it's not going to, like you said, DJ, it's not going to be easy because it's never an easy place to play if you're in Louisville.
If you've never been to a Louisville game and you have been to big games like state championships, like Massillon-esque, that's what you're looking at. I mean, you're going to see blue, powder blue everywhere, navy blue everywhere. I'm sure they're going to have some pomp and circumstance tonight, being this late in the season. So be ready. And the one thing that I learned about South Range that really upset them more than anything was pace of the game. And if Louisville can somehow upset the pace of the game, I was talking TV timeouts and things like that, the Raiders either need to kind of come up on that and they need to get to where they need to get to, or Louisville can potentially utilize that to their advantage because they've got one of those giant boards. They can run all kinds of stuff and, do their own timeouts. Watch and see if that happens. There was all kinds of shenanigans going on during that telecast that they don't have to worry about whenever they're streaming that really knocked South Range kind of out of whack when it came to that game. So just keep that in mind as we get deeper and deeper into the season. All right, on to the next game. Southern Local in Lisbon. Let's do a lightning round on this as Dominic Pearson has the right? Is it Pearson? Yeah, Pearson has the call for us. Ty, lightning round. Are you going to go Southern or Lisbon?
Keep Sam off the couch, Southern.
On to Eric Hughes.
Give me Southern.
Sam, who are you taking?
I sleep comfortable tonight, Southern.
For
Sweeperooski.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, all right, sweep it up. Let's go. All right, on to Struthers and Niles. Hughes, do you have a need to talk about this game, or can we just say sweep?
Yeah, Struthers all the way.
Okay.
Don't get caught looking ahead, though. That's
DK Kotzel has the
Is it Script Niles week though? Isn't it Script Niles or is that next week?
That's it's not a sweep. It's not.
Yeah.
Do not get twisted. I think Struthers is more concerned about Poland than they are about the people right in front of him. Niles, get ready for your second win of the year tonight against the big bad Struthers Wildcats. Give me Niles.
Whoa.
This is the part Struthers lose a game the rest of the season now.
Oh, goodness. All right. Anybody else want to chime in on that? Or are we good with Struthers?
Good with the Cats.
Man, if Struthers was the landlord, Sam would be out on the street, my friend. Ursuline and Cheney. Tim Corso has the call for us. Ty, when it comes down to Cheney, we got to rely on you. I mean, your dad was an alum, obviously, and there's a lot of ties deep in the Bartell family. What do you think about this one?
It's going to be that old Steel Valley Conference rivalry game, right? That hard nose hitting. These are a lot of kids that know each other too, and a lot of kids that have grown up with each other too. I mean, there are a lot of deep roots on both sides too. So this is going to be a fun game. It's going to be that level, not quite to the level of your holy war between Mooney and Ursuline, but it's got similar roots too. These are teams that have known each other, played each other a lot throughout the years. I think Cheney's going to give Ursuline a very, very tough test. One of the Irish's toughest tests of the season too. In this late of the season, I think Ursuline's just really talented, too talented all the way around this year. I think this is one of those years where I feel like Ursuline's going to make a special run. I think the Irish are going to just be too much in this one, but I do think Cheney keeps it close, and I think they test the Irish, especially if Ursuline might be looking ahead to that holy war.
At Rayen Stadium, guys. Keep that in mind as we do picks.
Tough to play there, too.
It is a tough place to play, especially if you're Ursuline, because there's not a whole lot of love lost between these two teams. Let's go, Eric Hughes. Who you taking, Irish or the Cowboys?
I love Cheney. I love the way they play football. I got a lot of respect for him, but I think Ursuline will be too much from the handle tonight. Give me the Irish.
So let me ask you guys this. If somehow Cheney ends up winning this game, and they got blanked by Cardinal Mooney, and we go into week 10, Mooney and Ursuline, does it change any of your minds on potentially who wins that contest?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I know who I'm probably picking anyway.
It's one of those cases too with Cheney. If they could find a way to score, they could put Irish on upset special. That's just been their struggle, is putting points on the board. But their defense is very good, very athletic. They got some dogs on that team.
Cheney, to me, is all matchups. And correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, their athleticism, when it matches up well, it matches up well. But if it doesn't, it is a tough night and a really tough night. There's no gray coverage in the middle. Yeah. It's black or white, or I guess red or white in this case. And you sit there and you go, man, how do you kind of merge the two? How do you get those shades in the middle, Ty? I mean, like it's one side or the other. It's incredible. I've never seen a team like this before.
Yeah, it is a very matchup-based team, and that's going to be a difficulty, I think, with facing the Irish tonight, is that Coach Reardon's Rolodex runs deep with how much he could just pull of, okay, I got this guy that could do this. I got this guy that could do this. So they can find those mismatches. It might, and that's why I'm saying Cheney might be able to hang around for that half, and they might be able to even take a lead. I think it's critical for them to get a lead early because, like I've said with Springfield, Ursuline's a very good second half adjustment team. Coach Reardon's always trying new things, always working on the fly too. So I think this is an Ursuline team that they're going to figure out ways to score on you. It's going to be up to Cheney to try to do stuff early. I just think Ursuline's too much this year. They're just such a good football team this year.
Sammy, who you got?
I'm going with the home of the only real fighting Irish in all of Ohio, Ursuline.
Trying to think who. There's the LeBrons. Yeah. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
No, there's Toledo Central Catholic. They're trying to be Ursuline.
I was going to say there's a handful of fighting Irish teams.
Well, listen, there's the Ursuline Fighting Irish and the people who want to be the Ursuline Fighting Irish.
I was just trying to figure out who the pinata was. I wasn't trying to start World War III on the fur. There it is. There's the U. All right. I'm taking the U as well. But again, Ursuline either again, there's no way to justify other than to say that this is either going to be a blowout or this is going to be like a 1 or 2 point game. It's absolutely crazy. Waterloo
36.
What's that?
Ursuline's favored by 36.
Wow.
They're so deep. They're so like their second string at Ursuline starts at 95% of other high schools. So like they're good.
You want to talk about, they have 3 shutouts. They held East to 6. They held St. V's to 7. I know St. V's isn't playing that great this year, but their defense is electric. They just don't let people score on them. And that's going to be tough for a Cheney team that's struggled to put up some points this year.
This one certainly has my antenna up. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we're going around the audible call tonight. This is one I want them to spend some time on.
No doubt.
All right, on to Waterloo at Lowellville. E. Hughes, it's your turn, buddy. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Louisville, they had a nice bounce back when it's Jackson Melt last week. The defense played really well in the second half, despite being down quite a few guys. But all their guys should be healthy tonight against Waterloo's not having a great season this year, but they can always pull off an upset. Definitely don't want to look ahead next week, but I think the Rockets get it done tonight.
Ty.
You think I'm rocking with anyone other than my man, Coach DeVries, in the sunset, one of the sunset seasons for my man, Coach DeVries? Viking City, baby. Let's go, Waterloo.
Sam, who you pulling out of the locker?
Listen, most of the time I love to go with the Prince of Portage because he is always dead on, but tonight I'm a Rocket man. Give me Lowellville.
Thank you, Elton. On to Fur.
Skull! Skull! Skull!
That Minnesota's chant, I do love that. That is an awesome chant.
Love Waterloo. Love the V's. Cannot go against this Louisville team. Ricky Wilrich. I mean, I got to see him. I was putting those top plays together this week. Watch it. You want to talk about Rocket Man? That dude's got a rocket on his shoulder. My goodness, can he let it loose? I'm going to take Louisville in this one. West Geauga and Perry. Lightning round. Perry. Fur.
Perry.
Sam.
Perry, they're home before we even get done.
Hughes.
Perry.
Ty.
Pirates.
Sweep. All right, Western Reserve, Middle Ridge, Chris Colucci.
I'm excited for this one. Last week was really good, but Springfield had some kids injured because Western Reserve roughed them up too much, I guess. But I think tonight's going to be a good one. I say that every game I call, but I genuinely think that Ridge is going to put up a good fight. It's at Mineral Ridge's Stadium, so that could play a little factor into it. But with that being said, I think okay.
Sorry.
Don't interrupt me. I'm gonna pick Western Reserve.
Sneak it in there real quick.
Reserve by 14 is the line. I'm going to say reserve by 12.
Taking the under. All right, Sam.
Listen, Ridge unlocked something last week. It does not sit well with them. It was I guarantee you they feel like that game was stolen away from them. This is not a dig on the refs or anybody else, but they feel like it is, and that's all that matters. They're not going to lose to a second team that they're supposed to lose to. Give me Ridge in this one.
Oh, how do you feel about that, Fur?
I think he never mind.
Should hurt your little feelings?
No,
on you.
Nope.
On you, Hughes.
Chance to hurt Fur's feelings. Give me Middle Ridge.
Oh, this went sideways.
Bring it on. I love it. I love it.
Ty Bartell.
It's
Here's
tough
we'll
because I
ship
love
you
both.
off to Ashtabula 2 right to the boat club. Sorry, Ty.
Yacht Club.
Boat
Get it
club.
right.
Whatever it is. It's not even a yacht up there. It's a boat.
Get it right or pay the price, Budnick.
I love both these coaches for these teams, Coach Shaner and Coach Armini. They're both really, really good coaches, and they know how to really build good programs. It's a coin flip game for me. I'm going the home team in this one, though. Go Rams.
Oh, my God. Fur, where are you going? Fur. Where are you going?
Let's hear it, DJ.
Well, I'm safe to ride with you now, man. I'm safe to ride with you. I'm riding with the reserve. I'm riding Coach Armini until, and I don't know if he won that flag football championship, and I guess it doesn't matter. But I'm telling you, we got a little bit of this going. But I'm going to go with Coach Armini because that Armini-Yoakley rivalry will be another generation for another time. But tonight, I'm going to go with Coach Armini and the three-headed monster. Is that what you summed it up as in your interviews?
Yes, sir. The three-headed monster, Tater, Darney, and Riccardi.
I'm going to go with it. I think that, as tough as it is to play in Mineral Ridge, and it is tough, there's a guy that's the leader in that clubhouse, John Armini, that knows how to get his guys prepared and knows how to keep them focused. So I'm going to take Western Reserve in this one. What was the spread?
14 for Reserve. No. 14 for Reserve. Yes, I was right.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. He knows something we don't know. No, I'm taking Reserve. I'll go with Reserve. I'll ride with you. Wyndham, Pymatuning Valley. Chad Paul has the call. Sam, live or die.
Listen, I'm not going to make any friends right now. I think that a lot of people are looking at this as a big time matchup. Wyndham comes into this one 8-0. PV has one lone loss. It's to Girard, a team much bigger than them. I think PV is going to win this one with a running clock tonight for their 7th consecutive NAC championship.
Wow. I will go to the other side. Ty Bartell, where are you living?
I've been saying too, Lakers, you're the best team in the 4-4-0, and I mean, I truly believe that for 100% reason. But you ain't getting past Jake I. You ain't getting past the Bombers. You ain't getting past it. It's gonna be rolling in with artillery tonight. You want to talk about running clock, Sam? There's gonna be a running clock too. It's because Jake I is gonna be running all over the Lakers tonight. Give me the Bombers big in this one.
Throw those arrows, baby. Hughes, who do you have?
Give me Pine-Tuning Valley.
Atta boy, Hughes.
All right. I'm going to put Fur on the spot. I'm going to let him have the last one because I'm going to go with the Bombers. I think everybody – listen, and I'll tell you why I'm going with the Bombers, because I'm looking at Jake I's Facebook page, and he's got his boys out there cutting meat. He's got his boys out there doing God's work, taking care of business. He's not worried necessarily about what's going to happen on Friday night. He's getting them ready for every Friday for the rest of their lives, making them men. And tonight they will show how much they are men as the Bombers will prevail over Pymatuning Valley. And where's that guy that always yells at me for not picking Pymatuning Valley? Anytime now.
Oh, he'll be in here.
Fur.
Who'd Sam pick?
The winner.
And that is
the winner, the Lakers.
He knows what you're
give me
doing.
the Bombers in this one.
That was pretty good. I'm really learning how to work this microphone, guys. The impressions are on point. I did a really good Bobby Boucher Oh, dang it.
Get the shirts ready now, Wyndham. Streak ends at 6. Get it ready.
Wouldn't it be ironic if they're the ones that have the shirts? We talked about that to start the show, and they just turned out instead of cutting meat, that was the whole thing. Like they were just making.
they were pressing the shirt graphics on and making them.
Salem at Marlington. Matt Mowry, Jared Niederheiser have the call somehow at Marlington. That's probably going to cost us. I'm taking Salem. For who are you taking?
I'm picking Salem as well.
Sam.
It's going to cost us, but it's going to matter and it's going to count. Give me Salem.
Gosh. I have some questions, boys. I have some questions. Eric Hughes.
Give me the Quakers.
All right. Ty.
Yeah, 100%. Let me go with the Quakers.
West Branch, Carrollton. And that's at Carrollton. Oh, the school's got it. The school's got it. Okay. I'm like, man, we are running up a bill this week. Running up a bill. All right. West Branch, Carrollton. I'm taking West Branch to continue. They can. I mean, they're still undefeated, still disrespected. It's incredible. That Division 4, though, guys, I think their schedule catching up with them because they, what are they, 5th, 6th, something like that right now, ranked. Tough break for them, but I still think they are him. They are him, or them in that case. Ty, who do you think?
Yeah, and I've been saying nobody's ready for West Branch. Carrollton, it includes you as well, too. Sorry. I'm going to go with the West Branch Warriors tonight.
E. Hughes.
Yeah, give me West Branch also.
Sammy.
Listen, Don Shula's is a restaurant connected to the Hall of Fame. It's a world-class cheeseburger, West Branch. Make sure you guys get that when you're playing there in Week 16. Give me West Branch in this one.
Fur.
Give me the D4 state champs.
Perry. I'm just sorry.
There's two
West
teams
Branch.
you can't say to me that I don't like.
Just saying. Just saying. All right, on to tomorrow. We got some games. I'm going to have some fun with this. I know we're running deep, so I apologize. Since we have 3 games tomorrow, I'm going to pick those, and I'll ask you to pick them as well if you'd like to. If not, that's fine. We have 3 games that are Bantam, JV, and Varsity from the little kids. They're going to be on YSN. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of pick them as well. I'm sure it'll make their day. So before we get to that, we have a couple games on Saturday at the varsity level. Noah Doty, CJ Schroeds have United at Valley Christian. Senior night for Valley. Big night. This one is potentially a game of the night candidate, I would say. It's Ty, you want to start this one off?
This one's tough. After Valley lost last week, man, it really opened up a lot of things, and this game can really put a wrench in that whole EOAC conference. This is, I don't know, man. After the way Southern played defense last week, it feels like Valley kind of took a step back, and it feels like the Golden Eagles are starting to fly high in this all-Eagle matchup. But I'm gonna go with Coach Hake in this one. I think after a loss, I think sometimes it can be a beneficial thing. You could find some holes in the armor, right? Sure, I'm up. I think Valley's going to look to do that. I think the practices this week, I'm sure they were looking to that a lot. I'm going to go with Valley Christian in this very big matchup. They need a big win to kind of prove to themselves that they can get it after that Southern loss.
Hughes.
I'll take Valley Christian.
Sam?
Yeah, I got to go with Valley on this one. I think United is very talented, but I mean, it's Hake.
Chris. He used my own weapon against me. Well done.
It covered him perfectly too. It just like took Chris's face.
It was awesome. I am going to say this about this game. I'm not going to get long-winded. I'm going to tell you this. If the ball has to be put in the air for Valley Christian, even though they have one of the best quarterbacks in not just the league, in the entire region, in Dion Miller, it is advantage United. Casto had 2 picks last week. One of them went back for 6. If they keep it on the ground, if Valley can keep the ball in Jay Sean's hands and give him the opportunities, they are going to be able to control the clock. They're going to be able to control the game, and they will win the game and force potentially a tie at the top of the EOAC. But again, they get that ball in the air, it is anybody's ball game. And that has nothing to do with Dion, has everything to do with how good this defense is. I say it is Hakamania running wild on the ground. Jay Sean takes over, has a big night against United on the ground, and takes over as the number 1 back in the state of Ohio in all divisions. I'm going with Valley Christian. Interestingly enough, gentlemen, that game's at 7 o'clock. At 1 p.m., there's a game in that same exact stadium, 2 different teams. Noah and CJ have the call of that one as well. Cleveland Central Catholic, Warren JFK. I'm going with JFK. For what say you?
JFK.
Sam?
JFK by 40.
Hughes?
Give me Warren John Fitzgerald Kennedy in this one.
Liberty's becoming the Eagles' nest this Saturday. Jeez, all the Eagle teams are bringing in. I'm going to go with the JFK Eagles in this one too. Big.
Sam, Grand Valley, Ashtabula, St. John, you're on the call. You get a day of rest, so to speak, and you get to shout out it on 7 p.m. on Saturday.
Yeah, this is 2 teams that both of them are, this is what they're playing for, what they got these last 2 games. Neither one of them are going to be alive in week 11. This St. John team has showed me 2 different teams this year. I saw the Fairport team that played last week, and then I watched the team that brought Wyndham into double overtime, as well as a 6-point game against Steubenville Catholic. Grand Valley's found some wins. They've got some guys, Andrew Soltis, he's got right around 600 yards rushing. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Grand Valley's going to try and run the ball. St. John's got to pass the ball. Running versus passing tomorrow, I'm going with St. John.
Fur?
I'm not picking the team Sam picked. Give me Grand Valley.
I love that he said the team he was going to pick and had to think about it for.
I apologize for the rest of the year, Western Reserve, but it has been decided right now. This is nothing against you.
Hughes.
Fur picked Grand Valley, but Sam picked St. John. This is a tough one for me.
Are we just picking friends now? Is this what
the insider? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll go St. John.
I feel like it's
Atta
dodgeball
boy,
back
you.
in like 4th grade. Do I want to be on Sam's team or Fur's team? Ty, whose team do you want to be on?
I'll go Team Sam, I guess, on this one. Let's go St. John. We'll put the pressure on you, boss man. Who's the tiebreaker?
Three of us picked St. John, I think.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh,
So
no,
I'm going Grand Valley.
I thought you were there.
I'm safe over there. All right, here's the three games rather. 1:30, 5:30. Oh, hang on. 1:30, 3:30, and 5:30. I will have the broadcast for you for these youngsters, man. And I love these things. It's my spark 100%. I love being able to utilize youth sports here on the network. The stars of tomorrow are on today. Nothing better. First game, 1:30. Edison, their whole community, their Edison Junior Football League is paying for this to have this done. Again, and they take on Columbiana. This whole thing's at Wellsville. All 3 games at Wellsville, so it's a neutral location for all three games. I'm taking Edison in this one. I think the Wildcats feel pretty confident enough to pay for this game. I think they're going to be able to run wild against the Little Clippers here on Saturday. Fur, who you taking?
Which are we on, the JV Bantam or
This is the Bantam. Thanks for paying attention.
You're welcome. Playing with a walkie-talkie. Give me Wellsville.
Playing with a walkie-talkie. Over. Sam, go.
Isn't it Edison and Columbiana?
What did I say?
It's at Wellsville. I'm sorry. Give me Columbiana.
Fur picked Wellsville, which
I wasn't. When he asked what was going on, I was like, I tuned him out.
Give me the Clippers in this one. I'm gonna go Columbiana.
All right, nice job, Fur. Way to finish strong, buddy. I'm proud of you. All right, Hughes, who do you have?
I'll take the Clippers also.
Clippers. All right, on to Ty.
I'll rock with Edison in this one. I like what Edison's starting to do with their football program, even at the youth level now.
Somebody's in the thing right now changing it. It's driving me insane. 3:30, United versus Columbiana. United pulled up a bunch of community sponsors for this game. So I'm going to roll with United in this one. Fur.
United.
Wait not to pick Wellsville, buddy. Proud of you.
The little you. The little you.
All right. Hughes?
I'll take Columbiana back to back.
Whoa, okay. Ty?
I like Sam's little you. Go you little you.
Little you. just a baby you. All right, and then finally at 5:30, the EOYFL Varsity Division 4, I think, Super Bowl. It is United and Edison. So it all comes down to this. These boys take it to the next level next year. What team do you have, Ty?
Oh, I mean, I picked Edison in the Bantam. I picked United in the last one. Coin flip one. Let me go Edison. I'm gonna go Wildcats to start us off.
I'll go with United to counter that. They've got some familiar names on this roster that you'll all recognize. Fur, how about you?
Wellsville's not an option.
No, only 2 teams can play, buddy. I'm sorry. This isn't what is a tri-match in wrestling?
Now you're sounding like Gary Altizer. His spirit's still coming through.
Who's playing?
All right.
Edison. Give me Edison.
Sam.
Little man. I know the little man and the running back. He's going to tear it up. They got a good quarterback. I've been scouting him. He's going to be good all day.
You don't even know who's playing.
Back to the little you.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks for saving us. Hughes, help us.
I'll take United.
All right. That is your picks. Running long as always. Good luck to all the teams. It is time very quickly for our YSN and Joe Dickey Electric. What's your spark? Presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical, and you can visit them on the web right now, 24/7, 365 at DickeyElectric.com. And go.
My spark was just last night. It's going to be simple. It's Major League Baseball playoffs, man. It's the postseason. Cleveland and New York going into extra innings. It was two great moments too, and getting to hear Tom Hamilton's call afterwards always served as a big inspiration. Cleveland baseball, I always run deep with me and my dad too, and I always remember that fondly during postseason time. So big win last night for Cleveland, and a very exciting moment.
Yeah, you see the hoodie right now. They're about to play in like about an hour, I think. Please do not go outside. You played like garbage the last 2 games. Please win game 5 tonight. Go back to LA, see what happens. Don't go outside.
Go Bulldogs.
Listen, my spark this week, it's conference championships being decided tonight. We're in week 9. We're a week early. It's fun. This season has been amazing. To all the teams on YSN, it's been awesome to get to watch you. I know I don't pick some of you guys just to razz you a little bit, but I wish success to all of you guys. To the ones going for the conference championships tonight, get it done. Enjoy this time, because for some of these guys, it's the last time they'll ever play football.
My spark this week is everyone puts up with my shenanigans every week, and my ADHD where I'm touching stuff and going after things and flipping chairs every week. I just like to thank you, the fans. We wouldn't be doing this without you guys. You guys watch us every week. You click on our website every week. We love you. Go out big time. All the scores, check them out tonight. Oh, okay, I'm done. Bye.
I didn't know what was going on for you. Like wrapped up 3 times.
I'll just leave.
My don't go anywhere. I mean, it's not like you're even paying attention to what's going on. My spark is actually fur. It is because, buddy, we're going to the Steelers Jets game on Sunday. I'm excited. Thank you and the Colucci's for the invite. Excited for many reasons. Many reasons I'm excited for this game. Going to twirl some towels with some people that are coming to the game. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, certainly going to put on a show, but it's going to be the new quarterback, Russell Wilson, that's going to be bigger. People are telling me he's better. People are telling me that he's better than any quarterback on the Steelers roster. Certainly not Sam Torres. He loves Justin Fields. He's a lover of Justin Fields. And that is my spark, and it's all brought to you thanks to our friends at where? Joe Dickey Electric. Oh, there's the terrible towel. That's it. Hey, wherever you're going, be safe tonight. We appreciate you. We love you. Best of luck to all the football teams. Stay safe and play hard. That's all we can ask you to do. And tune in to YSN, whether you're in the stands or somewhere else. God bless you. We're looking forward to seeing you tonight around 7 p.m. Don't forget about the Audible call, all brought to you thanks to WRS Wealth Advisors. And you can watch all the games and just throw the remote, throw whatever you need away. I don't even know if you use a remote anymore with phones and stuff like that. So tune in, the Audible call. Mike Ackelson and the boys have it covered from pillar to post, the Joe Dickey Electric Scoreboard Show. Then right after that, you can probably see our ugly mugs on that show tonight as well. Lots of great games around the valley, and you could one place to go. It's ysnlive.com. On behalf of the Terrible Towel, Sam Torres, Chris Colucci, as well as Eric Hughes, and my dear friend, Ty Bartell. My name is DJ Yoakley. This has been the Power Hour brought to you by Toyota of Warren. See ya! YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of